100-yard dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
55, mark out, 55. Get the ball.
24 down, coming.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 20. Watch the shit. Hey.
59.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
26.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. He's got Fuller. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Fuller. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Set. 19.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. That's right, baby.
31. Alert.
To throw again on second down. Watson. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 64 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Turn the ending. Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Room here to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 6. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. 20. Parker, the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On first down, it's Taylor. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hey, you got 3 down.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On third down, Taylor. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. Bulldozes past him. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Hines. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. On 3rd down, it's Hines, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Taylor. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, it's Taylor. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. 21-0 our score after 1. On first down, Taylor. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They run with Hines. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
On 3rd down, it's Hines, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Mike, 57. I don't think you put it right.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting into their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Pause, pause.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 2nd down now. It's Hines. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Reed. So he actually goes back about 9 yards on the return, but the interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Taylor. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Taylor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. This is Hines. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, it's Hines. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Double dog, that's the way.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll look to throw here. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 56 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His fourth touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. On third down, Hines. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Pittsburgh.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Hines. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. 33 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Going to give this time to the tailback. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
They'll run for it with Hines. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, Taylor. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run with Taylor. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines finding room at the 30. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Hines, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They run the counter. Hines. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. There he goes, right side. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards on the ground. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible. Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.